Welcome, everyone, to Rice-Eccles Stadium and one of the most intimidating environments in all of college football, mostly because the Utah Utes are always a handful. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and when you've got a team that makes it into the top 25, now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a team looking for its first win, the Utah Utes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Hurricanes will kick it away to start us off. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Offense set on first down. And off from the shotgun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way. At least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have any.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go to the ground. Danced his way through traffic. Pick up for 4 to the 19.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
3rd down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. Thompson wants to throw. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Gives it to the back on the draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Pulls it in inside the 10. Touchdown, Miami! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. Utah has it back and the offense coming onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
They'll try the run. Across the 25, he's got room. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
The give to the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And that's the problem with blitzing on defense. You live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. Defense dialed up the pressure, but the offense had a better play call. They ran it away from the blitz, and that's why they were able to be successful.
Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Really good surge for this offense. They moved the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Complete downfield. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Looking to the end zone. And he intercepts it. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. Never a good time for a turnover, but it always seems a little worse when you're about to knock on the door of the end zone.
No doubt about it. And it's this area of the field, Reese, where your execution really has to be great. Because down in the red zone,
he lobs one high down the left side. It's complete. A huge pickup. They were backed up and now more than out of trouble at the midfield stripe. You get a guy who can do that on the outside and is sort of in the DNA of Miami's program.
Yeah, just speed. Those are guys that put fear in you. Those are the track stars that the Sunshine State produces so many of them. Those guys can absolutely fly.
Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
you got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum. They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
This time they'll go to the running game. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Now improvising. He'll try to do it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
He was trying to push it downfield. He was looking for a receiver, trying to make a play. Could tell the pressure started to get to him a little bit. Nowhere to go with the football, and just fights back to the line of scrimmage.
Pocket starts to collapse. finds it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes.
Man, quarterbacks have to do a great job in the pocket, letting routes develop, taking their time. He does, throws the ball down the field, receiver catches it, and then does the rest, takes it in to the end zone for 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. This drive will open from the 15. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. The give to the single back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell, starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Thompson to throw. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And a tremendous return on the play before he's brought down.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
Well, this drive probably won't help them pile up yards, but they could get points quickly, starting at quarterback sneak for the touchdown.
Well, I think sometimes on first and goal like that, you're just trying to get up to the line of scrimmage early. You're trying to catch the defense off guard. So you go quarterback sneak, you find the crease, you plow forward, and it worked. They score a touchdown.
Lining up to add another. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. North Texas has the lead right now. The good folks in Denton have been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 7 over the Sharks. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. To the ground with the back. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Just feeds the running back. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
And that's a great sign for this offense, because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been 3rd down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the first, and keeping this drive alive.
Looking for a crease to the left. A stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
And you want to run the football. I mean, that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. After the run, now to throw. And the pass hits, picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
The give to the back. Open space at the 25. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll run play action. Oh, picked off. Looking for more room. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Hurricanes. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. Look, a lot of time left, but there's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
They'll line up for a second down play. leaves it with the back. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to get the first through the air. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Takes it the other way. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Miami! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Looking down the left side. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? Second down coming up. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Going back to the well, another deep ball. He's got it down the right side. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
Going up top on first down. They're bringing him. Unleashes one deep. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Utah!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
And he makes the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think we can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
He's looking for an open man on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And the Canes will punt it away on fourth down. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Bringing it back, it's Duarte. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard, you're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum, cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David.
The freshman able to get home with the sack. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
And how about the true freshman? We've heard about this guy. We heard he's got a chance to be really, really good talking with coaches this week, and he gets his first sack. Listen, guys, I'm a pass rusher. Everybody remembers their first sack.
Bounced off his feet. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. That was an exceptional read by the quarterback.
And I think it's very underrated when you say, oh, just stick it in the belly of the running back and we're just going to read it. Well, the quarterback doesn't know if the running back's taking. The running back doesn't.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that 3rd and short.
That is coverage just the way you draw it up. Don't even let him get started, and they knock him down deep in his own end. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They go to the ground. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Utes will boot it away to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. As they get ready to start this 3rd quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but if you're on defense right now, you've gotten a couple turnovers early, and you're saying, okay, we're going to need to keep this up. We got to stay aggressive for us to have a chance to win this game, but we believe we can do it.
Yeah, you've already done it, so of course you're going to believe it. Keep playing fast, keep playing physical, and then tell your offense, hey, we need a little help over here. Can you help us out and put some points on the board?
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He looks that one in nicely. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Keeps it himself and gets the first. And he's wrestled out of bounds after a nice pickup.
Well, you wonder how this guy is so dynamic. It's because of his speed. You simply can't coach that. You saw it on that last carry.
The Hurricanes have it with a 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with a pickup of 4.
It's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Snags it over the middle. Got enough space. Touchdown, Canes. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Louisville is running away with this one behind an offense that's striking on the ground and through the air with military-like precision. They're up by 18 over USF. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Give to the running back. They get him on the ground at the 36 after a pickup of 5.
It's a nice run there to get the first down. I got to tell you, I'm impressed with the stable of backs and the weapons this offense has. A lot of different guys can touch the football in a variety of ways, but they've been running it very, very well in this game so far.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They tried to run the counter, but absolutely nothing doing.
And those counter plays take a little longer to develop sometimes. You're usually pulling 1 or 2 guys, and that penetration in the backfield can kill you, can get to the running back before he gets started.
The give to the lone running back. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Got his man. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. 1st down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Running back searching for a hole. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. And the Utes line up to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they want in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Safe completion on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. And the Canes will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical.
He's taking the shot. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
Have a day, young fella. 2 interceptions already? That's 3, 4, 5, 6 games for some people. A hot start, catching the football. He's acting like he's playing wide receiver out there. I might think about trying a different DB.
First down for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
And that is the play the defense needed to turn the momentum around in this game. They needed somebody to step up and make a play. That should have been intercepted.
Offense working from the pistol. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Zings it complete to the right. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Touch pass on the right. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. The Canes are rolling down the field. On the option. He'll toss it. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. First down here for the offense. Here's the handoff. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Now on second down. They'll give it to the back. Shakes off the tackler. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And this running back right now is sending a very clear message. He doesn't want to just be known as a guy that can run around you or run away from you. He wants you to know he can lower the shoulder and get those tough yards if need be.
The give to the tailback. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. And it's no good. After the missed field goal, hey, could be worse. They're still up by 21. Utah has it back in the offense coming onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first. Looking for a huge play. And incomplete on the deep ball. And now on second down for this offense. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Off play action. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
It's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going, throwing it deep down the field. They haven't won their one-on-one matchups. Quarterback has missed some throws, and as a result, in the fourth quarter, they barely have 100 yards passing, and that's why they're losing.
Thompson wants to throw. Looking deep down the right side. Makes the catch. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there.
Quarterback sneaks it forward and into the end zone for a touchdown.
Man, let's not overcomplicate this. I love it. Put the QB under center. You know it's a QB sneak. Make the defensive line stop me. That hard to the goal line, it's hard to do. And the offense didn't try to get too cute. Really nice work getting the touchdown.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Texas A&M is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up in practice this week. They're up by 28 over the Astronauts. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football. And we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Look, let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
All right, sense of urgency now has to go through the roof for this team. They needed their defense to come up with that turnover right there. So if you're on offense, you got to get these plays called. You got to get aggressive, take some shots, because you can now go and win this game.
The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Leaves it with the running back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Thompson to throw. Lofts one high and deep. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. He steps out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. The defense had the stop. They were about to get the ball back, but the critical mistake puts the offense back on the field with 1st and 10. Quickly to the tight end. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the 1st down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. They can block and stay in the...
Leaves his feet, makes a nice grab along the right sideline. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, you're bringing all these tight ends in the game. You'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
You're down 2 possessions. 4th quarter, time's not your friend. You got to take a shot. Defense doing a great job in the end zone, making sure that ball falls incomplete. Clean play, excellent coverage. Everybody's eyes on the quarterback. And that's probably going to seal the deal for this defense.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
He'll do it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Nice job playing assignment football by that defensive end. Knowing what my job is, not letting that quarterback get out, get loose, making a good play, and most importantly, being there in the right spot and getting him on the ground.
A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis.